In today's video, I'll be playing 3 rapid chess games where I'll be explaining my thought process as best as I can. The games are going to be very instructive and also very entertaining. And without further ado, let's get some games started. All right, who do we have here? We have a 2265 rated player. Let's go for the French defense. Let's see how my opponent responds. Opponent is going for kind of a weird variation of the French defense. Opponent is going to be left with an isolated pawn. That's what I like to believe. This is weird, bro. This is weird. Opponent wants me to capture here so they can play this move, and I'm already in unfamiliar territory. Don't lie. Let's go here. So if my opponent capture, I just capture here, and I can unblock this way. The position is already too weird for my liking. I would love to play a move like this, but opponent is going to push pawn forward. So maybe if I play a move like this, yes, I'm looking at maybe playing a move like, okay, opponent goes forward immediately. Let's go here and just try to finish my development and castle. Now I'm planning to just castle. Opponent has space, but I think at the right time, I'm just going to strike here. Just try to destroy this pawn structure at the right time. I'm looking at just playing a move like this. I don't want any evil piece landing here. I'm going to strike this way at the right time. Just try to weaken this pawn chain on the center of the board. And after I move like this, once I capture here, this pawn becomes weak. Although maybe some point opponent could play a move like this. Opponent can capture here, I capture here. I will be left with an isolated pawn. I'm looking at playing a move like this, but how do I keep attacking this? Another question. Opponent really took me out of opponent really took me into unfamiliar territory. This is called the French defense. I can't even pronounce that. Auto snap gambit. That auto snap gambit. Some funny name. Let's go here. Let's go here. This queen is quite annoying. I would like to move my piece away, but the moment I move that piece away, my queen, okay, I have this move, and I should be able to capture my opponent's, capture this evil bishop. Oh, opponent can land a check, yeah. Guess I just move away, and could also play moves like this. My plan now is simple. I'm planning to play a move like this and then go here. Oh, I just lost a pawn. So it seems, looks like I'm down a pawn. Problem is, if I go capture here, which I'm going to, then has this move. Then I can go here. All right. Opponent's, opponent's piece is going to be infiltrating. Maybe I do not want that. Yes, I'm hesitating a lot these days. If I go capture here, opponent plays this move. I capture here. Opponent captures here. I have a pass pawn at the very least. Or don't I? I have a pass pawn. I have a pass pawn. Hoping that counts for something. If opponent captures with a queen, with that, I have this move. I have this move. I wanted to just go capture here. Doesn't seem to work. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. If I capture here, I lose my queen. If I capture here, it doesn't work. Also, playing a move like this comes to mind. Opponent captures, I capture. Trying to see if I can trap that piece, but the piece is not getting trapped. Okay. I know I should have a pass pawn that is going to be very, very strong. And guess I'm leaning towards that. Let me push my pass pawn. I have a pass pawn on this part of the board, and pass pawn should be very strong. Problem with pushing this pass pawn is my opponent has this move. But then I can capture here. Maybe I should capture here. I think these bishops are just going to be an amazing pieces. Helping my helping my pawn run. That's what I think. A move like this, opponent can push pawn here and cause problems. I don't want that. I think I kind of like a move like this. I prefer a move like this. I can capture here, double up my opponent pawn structure. But I think I like the bishop pair because the board is wide open. And since the board is wide open, let's keep the bishop pair. What I want to do now is start rolling my pawn. I just want to make sure my opponent doesn't play a move like this and forces me to give up material. Maybe not really giving up material, but guess you know what I mean. Opponent is attacking that. Let's defend it. Let's defend it and then start rolling this pawn. An opponent has to be careful with this rook. Okay. Although this rook is defended, so a discovered check like this, a check and a discovered attack like this doesn't win material, but I already have that store at the back of my mind. It's a tactics now at the back of my mind, so opponent has to be careful. Opponent just let their guard down. Opponent is just going to be down some material. Okay. Getting the pawn here. Getting the pawn here. Okay, where is this evil piece going? Maybe here. I'm escorting my pawns. And the bishops are really good escorting those pawns. Bishops are doing a very good job escorting my pawns. What if I just go back here? Continue escorting my pawn. Okay, I thought I was looking at this move. The move does nothing for me. So let's go here. Let's continue to escort the pawn this way. Maybe we get it with this move. Opponent doesn't really want me to continue pushing my pawn forward. Now I'm leaning towards playing a move like this. Attack this, pin this. But opponent can just attack me. Alright, let's go here. I'm going to put my bishop here. Opponent has been bullying my bishop for too long. Let the bishop just sit here so I can just get my pawns rolling. I don't have pawns that I can easily just use to support my bishop, and my opponent is just, oh, okay, let's go for this pin. I like this pin. I think the more pieces leaving the board, the better. I saw my opponent has this move and it's just going to weaken my pawn structure here. So let's go here this way. Let's play it this way. I can just sack here. Problem is that I won't be left with pass pawns. If I sack here now, if I capture your opponent captures, I land this move. I have an outside pass pawn. That's going to be a very evil pass pawn. I think this should win me the game. I think I should be simplifying into a completely winning endgame. Opponent always has to be okay. Now I have this check, and that's a knight. And that's a knight. But let's just say opponent always has to babysit this pawn, but then opponent just blunders. Wow. Let's quickly take a look at this game. Let's see, was that simplification good for me? I know I had some pressure, but after simplifying, I started feeling like maybe I should not have simplified. But let's quickly see. Okay, simplifying there was still good for me as the position was still completely winning for me. I played with 85.5% accuracy. Opponent played with 79.6. Let's see what happened in this game. It was a French defense, and straight out of the opening, opponent just took me into deep forest. If I capture here, opponent has this move. And I have gotten checkmated very quickly in these lines, and I just have not really studied this. I've not studied this. I really need to look on this sideline so that if my opponent plays it, I know what I'm doing against it. So now I'm just trying to follow opening principle, develop my pieces, and just following opening principle, nothing else, because I have no idea what we are playing here. And I offered a queen trade. I capture my opponent's bishop. That should be the best move, and it is the best move. That bishop is a menace. Okay, I should have just gone here. Instead, I captured there. Just lost a pawn, but the position is still equal because, oh, I had to play this move. I had to play this move well. I decided to go here, and it was still completely equal. Maybe I had some advantage. Oh, I had some advantage. What was this move? Oh, I'm winning a pawn. Makes sense. I'm winning a pawn. But after I play a move like this, opponent went back, and then I captured here. Captured here again. Opponent captures here. I was so happy. Thought I should have just moved it. Oh, guys. Justice, what are you doing? I had to play this move. This is all I had to play. And the idea behind the move now is simple. The idea behind the move is simple. This is under attack, and this is also under attack. That is hanging. What if my opponent plays a move like this? Can I get away with playing this move? What else can I play here? Let's quickly see. I capture here first, and after my opponent captures here, what else? Then I can capture here. And after the trade, I guess I capture here. Now I'm up a pawn. Opponent pawn structure is in ruins, and I have a pass pawn. Okay, it makes sense. Not like I'm winning a piece. I did not even see that. I did not even calculate that. Instead, I traded, and I was hoping my pass pawn was just going to take me to victory, and I guess I was right. But at some point, I gave back the advantage. Maybe it was when I simplified. Might be when I simplified. No, not really. Simplifying there was good. But where did I give up the advantage? Oh, this was the point. I guess we have passed that. Okay, going back here was when I gave back some advantage. But simplifying here was the best move. Thank goodness I found it. Thank goodness I found it. This pawn, the flank, the A pawn and the H pawn, usually a very difficult pawn for a knight to defend against. And my opponent will have to keep their king close, defending that pawn from moving forward. Or maybe the knight close, defending the pawn from moving forward. And the king also has to be stuck here because if the king moves far away, I'm just going to bring my king in, bully this knight, and get my pawn rolling. So the knight and the king might be stuck on this part of the board while I try to get my king around this side and pick up these other pawns. So after I move like this, opponent just blunders. That's a skewer. We pick up the knight and opponent just resigns. Let's quickly get another game going. Okay, playing a 22-25 rated player. Let's go with the French defense. Okay. Opponent seems to be playing King's Indian attack in the French defense. Some weird lines. I've actually started improving my French defense I went on some very insane losing streak. And then I was forced to start looking at my opening, start improving my opening because one of my weaknesses is getting sad positions straight out of the opening. And it's actually good that I know it's my weakness. It's one of my weaknesses. Open and capture here so I can capture. Open and doesn't. Move like this. Doesn't seem to work. Right, let's go here. I think at the right time, I'm just going to play a move like this. Let's trade here and then play this move. If opponent captures, fine. If opponent doesn't capture, I'm going to capture. And if opponent gets a pawn here, at least the pawn is babysitting. At least the pawn is going to be babysitting my weakness because this pawn is a weak pawn now. I think it's a backward pawn and it is a weak pawn. So if opponent plays that, I have no issues. All right, let's try to develop a piece. Where's this knight going? Even knight can land here or here. I wanted to play a move like this earlier, but I did not. This time, to regret not doing that. Right, so how do we proceed now? A move like this comes to mind. I think I also like a move like this. Would I be afraid of my opponent playing this move? I'm just going to grab here. There's my knight going. My opponent captures with a pawn. I also would love to push pawn forward, but I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing what I gain with that. All right, let's go here. I don't think I want to swing my knight here. That is if opponent plays this move. I don't think I really want to swing my knight here. I would love to play a move like this. Go for this nasty pin. Looks like I do not have it. Opponent might want to just move somewhere. Okay, I thought opponent will move somewhere and try to attack my queen, maybe with a rook. We might see that happen. A move like this comes to mind, and probably a move like this. But this pawn is well defended. We do not have that. This bishop is not a very happy bishop, and I would love to trade the bishop. A move like this just loses material. We cannot play that move. A move like this, I kind of like. My queen here is not doing anything. I need to find a way to bring my queen into the game. I do not have this move. Okay, maybe I should play moves like this and just try to reroute somehow. Let's try to reroute somehow. Bully this bishop away. Maybe the bishop just sits here and becomes a permanent menace. At least maybe I get my bishop here. Trade the bishop for this piece, but then this becomes a very serious weakness. I am very interested in capturing here, but where's my knight going? I think I'm going to capture here. Let's see how opponent handles this. If opponent captures here, fine. If opponent captures here, I can play moves like this and maybe my knight can get here. If opponent plays this, I have this pin. I like this pin, but it is just a pin, nothing else. It is just a pin. Opponent can just walk away from the pin like that. Opponent can just walk away from the pin like that. I'm looking at trying to bring my queen into the game. My queen seems to be doing nothing here, and all of these squares are taken. Okay, maybe I should have played a move like this, but maybe opponent just gains an unnecessary tempo on me like that. Am I not winning a pawn here, or am I missing something? Yes, I'm not winning a pawn. For a brief moment, I thought I should be winning a pawn. I thought I had moves like this, and I'm getting myself a pawn. A move like this still doesn't do that. The moment I play a move like this, opponent can hit me with this move. Opponent can just hit me with that move, and I have nothing. I'm hitting this. Opponent could also just play a move like this, and everything is defended. Okay, so that move works for my opponent. Let's go here. This knight, I need to get rid of this knight. I think a move like this I'm looking at. Also, playing a move like this looks interesting to me. Just trying to soften up my opponent's pawn structure. On the king side, opponent has 3 pawns against 2 on this part of the board. So something we may have to watch out for. I think I would like to just get rid of this piece. The knight is just sitting on my half of the board rent free. Such an evil knight. Evil knight, your days of being evil is over. Just go away. Where's my opponent moving the knight again? Okay, for a moment I thought my opponent could play a move like this, but that's not a chess move. That's not a valid move. Maybe opponent doesn't want to trade. I feel like pushing pawn forward, but then I lose this. If opponent doesn't want to trade, maybe they move. Maybe opponent plays a move like this. Do not mind capturing. If opponent ever captures with a pawn here, then this weak pawn is no longer as weak as it should be because opponent has a pawn that is in front of my pawn, and opponent cannot easily pile up on the pawn since they will be piling up on their pawn. Okay, I suspected so. There's something else. Do you see a tactic for my opponent here? Capturing here because this is not defended. I feel like playing a move like this. Opponent captures here, I capture here. My king side is quite weak. I have some solid pawn structure on the center of the board. If I go here, opponent can sack here. And after I capture, opponent can even sack. Okay, not really sack the queen. If I capture here and then I'll be left with a queen. So after I move like this, where's my opponent going? Opponent sacks here, I capture. Opponent sacks the queen. That doesn't make sense. I'm just going to capture. But If I go here, opponent can sack here. If I captured my queen, I can't even capture this way because of this. Okay, let's just go here. I really would love to push my pawn forward, but I can't, not at the moment. If my opponent wants a draw, I'm going to give my opponent a draw for one reason. I've not really been playing a lot of good chess recently. Not really been playing chess good recently. I've been on a massive losing streak. If opponent is going to take a draw, I'm going to give my opponent a draw. I'm not going to push too hard. One thing I know is that I cannot let that knight continue to live there as an evil knight. Capturing here looks like a move, but maybe sick move. Finding I wish I could play a move like this and get my bishop somewhere here, but I can't. Guys, I just got my... Guys, I've not been playing some really decent chess. Okay, I can capture here. Thank goodness I have this move. I have this move. Would have been trapped. Would have been trapped. Goodness. The reason opening capture here is because I have this move. But opening did not even calculate. Oh, I need to find a way to bring my bishop into the game. Let's go here. I'm trying to maybe bring my bishop somehow here. If I bring my bishop here, it doesn't seem to work. Maybe opening push pawn forward. Looking at going here. Opponent is going there. Wow. Makes sense. I have to defend this way. Not the way I would like to defend. I think a move like this is also possible. Or maybe opponent just push pawn forward. A move like this doesn't work. Opponent, stop stressing me. That move was not really good because opponent was clearly pointing at my pawn. Move like this, opponent can just capture here. Opponent is threatening to go here. Let's go here. Just watching out for all my opponent's checks. I would love to play a move like this. It just doesn't work. This is not defended. And maybe opponent just captures here and win themselves a pawn. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Opponent is pushing for this win. This pawn is very weak pawn. Remember I was telling you guys, if opponent captures with a pawn, yeah? My opponent is a high-rated player. Guy knows better. So now this pawn I was talking about all day long has become the pawn I'm about to lose. I'm about to lose the pawn. Opponent has 3 pass pawns on 2 here. They're not looking pretty at all. How do I defend this pawn? Is there a way I defend the pawn? Is there a way? I'm not seeing a way. A move like this, opponent just captures here. If I dare capture here, I'm losing this. Now I have something that I am not seeing. Because that was how the last time my opponent repeated. I almost got my queen trapped. A move like this, I'm not on time to play that thing. I'm just not on time to play such a move. If opponent plays, let's say a move like this, for instance, I feel like just going here, it doesn't work, doesn't work. I'm also looking at just playing a move like this, but opponent can push pawn forward. All right. I think I'm okay playing a move like this, except that move is just inviting trouble. Move like this doesn't work. Opponent has a check here. Do not really want as well. How do I bring pieces into the game? Okay, maybe I just bring my bishop here. Maybe that should not be bad. If I push pawn forward, opponent is infiltrating with the queen. I'm also not a very big fan of that. But maybe pushing pawn forward here should be good. Play a move like this. If I come back here, opponent wants to land a check here. If I come back here, what does opponent has? Let's go back. Let's stop burning time. Opponent has all the time advantage now again. I'm burning too much time. I really feel like just going here, but then I just lose this pawn. All my pieces are just tied down, ending a single pawn. That's not good. What do we do now? I go here, opponent has a check here, and I'm forced to go back. And after I move like this, I guess I can just maybe go here. I can push pawn, go here. Don't like my position. Really don't like my position. And I also don't have time to figure this out. Just like I want to play this move, but playing that move just loses to this. That will be checkmate. That's not a move we can play. What if opponent lands a check here now? Did not even calculate that. I think I should just go here. Wow, 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 wow. Under pressure, I have no time. I would like to see if I can land some check on the back rank. There is none. We move like this. Opponent captures, I capture. Check, I just go back. I think it's high time we just play something. High time we just play something. Because if I continue to babysit that pawn, we're going to lose it at the end of the line. I can capture, capture. I'm just going to move away. If I'm tied down babysitting that pawn, I'm still going to lose anyways. So let's try to go active. I also have no time. If I end up losing, at least I was fighting for something. Fighting for a draw. No, fighting for a win. All right, let's go away. Opponent can grab this pawn. I'm already interested in playing a move like this. Opponent doesn't have check here. Opponent goes here. Oh, opponent can go here. I feel like just coming back. I'm down 2 pawns. Crazy stuff. This is just lost. I don't want to go here and have to worry about some back rank checkmate. Opponent can play, okay, move like this. Trying to start chasing my opponent's king up and down. All around the board. I don't want to trade my queens. I really don't want to trade queens. Opening has checks here. Okay, I just go up. I do not want to trade queens. Trading queen here is just GG's. Trading queens here is justice resign. I'm looking at trying to catch my opponent in some perpetual checks. And it's not going to let that happen. After I check here, I have to go back here, I guess. If I go back here, oh maybe after I check here, going up here doesn't. If I go back here, opening has this move. Check, and it forces a queen trade. It simply forces a queen trade. Opening doesn't do that. Wow. I'm lost. I'm just throwing in this check for I have to watch out for this. So after I check somewhere here, I have to just watch out. Opponent can capture a check. I'm already lost, I know. I'm already lost. Just want to catch my opponent in some kind of perpetual checks that may not happen. I have just 23 seconds. Oh, Oh, let's resign. Oh, an amazing game from my opponent. That was just an amazing game from my opponent. Okay, opponent played with 90.7% accuracy. I played with 84.2% accuracy. I did my best. Opponent just played a better game. Let's quickly see what happened in this game. Opponent went for the Yugoslav attack, French Yugoslav attack. And this was a lot of book moves. This is already 7 moves of book move until I stepped out of book. And opponent just grab the center. And trading here, usually in the French defense, this kind of pawn breaks is what you want to do. But the engine is frowning at this pawn break. The engine doesn't really want the pawn break, maybe because it exposes this pawn. And just like that, my opponent just sees the initiative. Opponent is just simply better here. Position is just better for my opponent. Trading my dark square bishop good. Trading there was good. Position was just not too good. Okay, I should have offered this trade earlier. I did not. And then when I did, it was not looking good. I offered the trade again. I was hoping my opponent capture. If my opponent had captured here, maybe it would have made the game easier for me. As maybe at some point I'm able to push this pawn forward, and the pawn will no longer be a pawn I babysit throughout the game. I offered this, and opponent played this move, and I thought I was lost, but I have found this move. If opponent had captured here, we have this check, and then we capture here, and the opponent is left with one option: either capture my rook or capture my bishop. If they capture my bishop, I move my rook. If they capture my rook, I just capture here, and I'll have two pieces for a rook, and that should be decisive. Opponent realizes they can't do that, so they just captured here. But now I have a pawn to babysit. Tried my best. I guess I should just yeah, I thought about this move. I just did not play it. Maybe when I played it, okay, that was bad. I also thought about this move, just did not play it. But I think I was already lost. Yeah, I was just completely lost. Yeah. And I know I've been babysitting this pawn for far too long. Let's just lose some material and see what we get. But the end game was completely lost. It was the queen's end game. Opponent's king is not really exposed because they have some pawns around the king, and the king can just hide around the pawns and try to give some checks. Tried my best. Wait. What was the engine? Okay, I thought the engine was suggesting this move. Okay, I had this move. Tried my best to give some checks, but just did not work. Look at those checks, guys. Look at those checks. Opponent just landed the check like this, until they found this move. And if I had gone back, they just okay, I should have gone back, I guess. I think I can go. Oh, that's checkmate. I can't go back there. And if I had gone, okay, if I had gone up, maybe I win myself a pawn. But look at this army of pawns. They're just running towards promotion, and I found the resign button. Let's quickly get another game started. Okay, we have a 22-37 rated player here. Let's go with the king's pawn opening. Knight is going for the Sicilian. Let's do some Smith Morra gambit. I'm giving my opponent a pawn for leading development and some tactical chaos. The opponent doesn't know what they are doing. The opponent would like a check there, but there is no check there. If the opponent push pawn, be my guess. Be my guess, bro. Okay. Now I have this move, and it is an annoying move. Except opponent can just castle. Except they can't. Except they can. They can. Okay, maybe not. Not. If my opponent castles now, oh, I thought I could play a move like this and the queen is sharp. Yes, the queen is sharp. Opponent cannot castle. Opponent cannot castle, but opponent has this check. That is annoying. Very annoying check. Think I can block this way? Yes. What if I block this way? I really want to block that way. What if I just move my queen? My opponent just castles and I have nothing. Let's trade this. I think even if my opponent castles, opponent should still be in some kind of trouble. Because after a move like this, oh, I thought I was winning that for free. That is defended by this. Could be defended by that evil piece. In the end game, these pawns might just be a weakness, might be very serious weaknesses. Let's see. Let's see how opponent handles this. Like a move like this, I'm just trying to say, how are you developing this piece now? Maybe opponent goes away. Let's see how opponent handles this. I see my opponent capturing here. Maybe trying to get another pawn again. If my opponent just goes back here, that is bad because that move just traps the queen. Opponent cannot really do that. So opponent is not really left with a lot of choices aside from just trading here. But if opponent goes here, I can just land this check. Okay, now that's bad. Now that is not as bad as I would like it to be. There is a problem here. It's a problem here. If I capture here, when my opponent captures, this bishop is going to be under attack. I land a move like this. The moment I capture here, this bishop is under attack. So we cannot even do that. I'd love to just move away now, but I guess it's too late. It's too late for that. Right, let's castle now. Then finally captures. Let's go back here. I like this move, but Knight is going for the trade. Okay. Okay, just like that, I'm down 2 pawns, guys. Just like that, I'm down 2 pawns. Okay, I'm also trading to play a move like this and capture here. But a move like this is already a pawn for my opponent. Already another pawn for my opponent, and I have to be careful. I'm watching now just to make sure my rook doesn't get trapped. If I go here, Knight is going to play this move just to make sure this is defended. If I go here, this pawn looks like a lost cause. I don't think we can defend the pawn. We cannot. What can we defend here? A move like this I seem to like. Opponent chairs to play a move like we just play this. A move like this, okay, let's just bring my rook into the game. This pawn is weak. At least we can say the pawn is weak. After my opponent captures here, think I can just slide this other rook over here. We just have our rooks on the open files. After my opponent captures here, what if after I go here, opponent push pawn? I think I can always play a move like this. Let's calculate that. Okay, it's not like we have to calculate that. We have to move. We have to move, or are we not moving? But I've loved to play a move like this, gain a tempo on the queen, on the knight and bishop. But this evil piece is defending. The knight is a short range piece, so you want to be careful when you are launching the knight forward. I think I prefer to launch the knight here. If I go here, how is the knight coming out? If I go here, all of these squares are taken. All of these squares are taken, and my knight just becomes an easy target. I think I prefer a move like this. And this move. For one, I'm asking question. For two, I'm also trying to get something here, get this pawn while also hitting this. Though we are not really hitting that because that is defended. But if I'm able to capture here, then I can get this pawn. So not bad. But if opponent plays this move, that's bad because we just capture here and then we capture that. So opponent cannot play that move. Opponent cannot defend that way. So how is opponent defending these 2 pawns? Because we are tactically attacking this pawn. Even though the pawn is defended, we are tactically attacking the pawn. Opponent moves away here, I can grab this pawn. Do I worry about my opponent hitting me with this pin? For now, I'm not really worried about that pin. I think I can just play a move like this and get my rook out. But while getting my rooks out, I have to be careful. Watch out for diagonals like this, so I don't end up getting hit with some skewer. This knight is defending this knight. I wish I could dislodge that knight. Okay, so let's say we go capture here, which I'm really interested in doing. Okay, if opponent plays this move, I should be able to play this move. Very important. So after we capture here, what else? I hate the knights. They are well coordinated, defending each other. Hate those knights. They are just holding on to each other. Now that's a pawn, isn't it? Isn't that another pawn? Or am I missing something? This knight going here. Feel like just sacking. Does nothing. But if we capture here, might do nothing as well. Alright, let's go here. A move like this we need to watch out for, because if opponent is able to play a move like this, they just remove our defender of my piece. So a move like this, I think I immediately need to meet that move with this move. Oh, but am I doing well? Am I doing that? Am I doing well? A move like that, I think I can just capture here first and maybe try to play a move like this. The problem with playing a move like this, I don't think I want to lose that. Hope my knight is not getting trapped. The knight can use one of these squares. Opponent put the bishop here. The knight can use this square. Knight can escape. I'm really looking at playing this move next. Looks like I'm eyeing this pawn. Other move coming from 5,000 miles away. I like to win myself this pawn. What I would like to do. And then I'll be left with a pass pawn on the flank that may become something, that might just become something else. If I have the opportunity, I'm looking at capturing this way. Maybe capturing this way would be a good way to go. I'm looking at capturing this way because it just opens up my bishop like this. That's something I'm looking at. And I might be interested in just pushing pawn forward. That should work. I'm just going to capture here and then capture here. I think I'm just going to capture here. I capture here doesn't seem to do well for me. And I would have loved to capture here, but my opponent has this move. Very nasty move. Opponent has that move, and that would just be a fork on two of my rooks. We cannot afford to play that move. Move we like to play, but we cannot play it at the moment. And I always need to watch out for this move because I don't want to lose this pawn. I'm up a pawn now. I'm up a pawn and I'm not interested in losing the pawn. The knight can be very tricky. I would like my knight to hold each other hands like this. That's something I would like to do. Just play a move like this. Let the knight hold each other's hand. Let's say I go here. Is there any move I should worry about? Something I'm watching out for. I think I want my rook to be active, but I feel like going here at some as well because it comes with an immediate threat of just going here. But that's not really a threat because opponent can just pin me. So let's play a move like this. Just take away all kinds of files from the evil piece. A move like this I'm very interested in playing as well. Just trying to get rid of one of these pieces. I wish the knights can defend each other from the same color complex, like the dark squares, but then the knight will be hard to to dislodge. But now that the knights are defending from different color complexes, it can easily be dislodged, as you can see here. A move like this now looks good. Staying away from chaos while hitting this, and we have the threat of going here for a fork. And this time around, there is no pin. Okay, opponent can play this move to stay away from that fork. That looks nice. Looks nice, nice, nice. Opponent has to find this move just to stay away from the fork. If I had captured here, opponent captures here. That I don't want. Opponent doesn't stay away from the fork. So we have a fork now. And the knights are being very evil, holding on to all of these squares. Opponent would love to play a move like this. Just say, okay, I'm offering a rook trade. If you go capture one of my rook, I capture here. But the problem here is that the knight, these knights. Ah, bro, I have the fork on the board, and don't think I am in a haste to lose material. I can just go here. I would love to go here. That loses material. Let's just go here. Opponent can play a move like this. I just go here. I really have no issues. I'm not in a haste. No, I'm really not in a haste. I'm not in a haste. This is still a fork at the end of the day. Still going to be a fork. Opponent captures here. They can't. That's just a free rook. But opponent can play a move like this. Okay. Opponent plays that. Just going to capture here. All right, let's go here. I think I like this move. Just trying to bully this knight away. There's the knight going. Okay, then, bro, that's not good. I'm looking for ways to just win this piece for free. If I go here, opponent can then go here. If I go here, opponent can just go behind. Everything is defended. So I'm just going to trade here and get my pawn rolling. Have my pawn, and the pawn is just rolling. Trying to just get my king in the game. Okay. Now, how are you defending these pieces? Now, how? Game is lost. Finally, 3 games. I was able to win 2 games. Out of 3, I was able to win 2. Looks like we are getting our form back. Yesterday, I played like how many games and I lost everything. Let's quickly see what happened in this game. I think the Smith-Morra Gambit did not really go very well because I blundered a pawn and then a pawn. And it feels like I was just in trouble. But let's see what the Stockfish has to say about it. Okay, I played with 89% accuracy. Opponent played with 83.4% accuracy. I was never in very serious trouble, but you can see from the graph at some point I was in some trouble here. You can see at some point it was +2 for my opponent. That's because opponent was up 2 pawns. Let's see what happened here. It was the Sicilian Gambit, and I think opponent handled it very well. And yes, opponent allowed me play a move like this. And after this check, how do I respond? I actually thought of this move, but I did not play it. Let's learn now. Okay, after this move, can't opponent just capture here with check again? And even, isn't this hanging? Okay, that's not hanging. And now I have to go knight to d2. Stockfish, stop being a clown. Okay, now I have to go knight to d2. And now I'm threatening this. And what else am I threatening? Opponent castles now. What do I really have? Position is just better for my opponent. I guess I messed the position. I messed the game up by allowing that check. and I had nothing. After this capture, opponent traded, opponent landed this move. Oh, the engine wanted me to land this move. Oh, it makes sense now. Now that I'm thinking about it, it makes sense. Because once my opponent moves the rook, then I can capture here, and after the trade, I can capture here, and maybe trade here, and just get a rook, what have you. And I should be fine, but I did not do that. Instead, I captured here, and I had to retreat my bishop. But just like that, I'm down 2 pawns. But I was fighting. I am down 2 pawns, but I was fighting, and just like that, I'm no longer down 2 pawns. I won 2 pawns back, and very quickly I'm back in the game. Playing strike this way. Was capturing here, yes, that was the best move. And capturing the pawn is definitely the best move, because if I had captured the rook, this evil bishop center here, and that's just going to be a fork on my 2 rooks, and I'm going to be losing one of my rook. Oh, I'll be losing the exchange. Okay, that was the best move. Okay, the engine wanted me to capture here, and by just not capturing, I just dropped all my advantage. I did not capture. I wanted to play this move. I thought there was no way my opponent stops this, but then I realized I found this move late. But opponent did not find the move, and after I move like this, I landed this fork. Opponent strikes here, move my rook away. I still have a fork, and even if opponent had played a move like this, I'm just going to move my rook away. The fork is still going to remain, and we are just not in a haste. And then after this move, I just decided to simplify. The engine wanted me to play this move. I think opponent is going to defend this way. And after the simplification, push my pawn, go behind my pawn, just bring my king in the game. And in this point, opponent just blunders, because after this move, this is under attack, this is under attack, and there is no saving it. If you have made it this far into the video, do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.